right, y'all, what's happening? It's me, your resident supervillain, Mr. J. Washington. I'm here with the March edition of the one-on-one with a supervillain series. Yep, that's me. We are going to just get into these conversations, have a little fun. I'm supposed to take the day off, but can't do that because work always has to happen, and so I'm not complaining. But I'm here with the homie from the 305, Mr. Randy Constance. What up, sir?
Trey 05, what it do?
Bro, we were talking about before we started, you about to talk about gas. Gas out here at some spots is like you were saying, $7, and that's for premium. But like, here's the crazy part. I've been seeing this, and I just I talk to everybody the same way. People like, oh, this certain president is making gas go up. Presidents don't affect gas prices.
Oh, they call it OPEC.
Yeah, the oil company, bro. Somebody I saw some pictures that even made me think. I was like, man, yo, Biden fucking up, bro. Biden got gas prices so high in Australia and Ireland, bro. He fucking up.
It's OPEC, man. There's a war going on.
You get what I'm saying? Like
in the Middle East, bro. So
you get what I'm saying? Like that's these oil companies doing this joint. Like no president controls gas. The people are like, oh, the pipeline, but that shit wasn't gonna be running until 2023 anyway. So stop. Bro, my next door neighbor lets me borrow her car sometimes. She has a hybrid truck, which is super cool. But it saves me from renting cars all the time. But bro, I was like, man, as much as I used to love ripping and running, going places, looking at gas, I was like, I think I can stay home. I can stay in the house. Cause it's ridiculous.
Like me right now, I'm in the middle of a car search, and I have to renew my license first. I don't know if you know about this, but if you haven't renewed your license in over a year, no, I know when you're supposed to renew it, you have up to a year to do it. And I haven't done it. It's been like 2 years.
So you got to take everything over again?
I just got to do the knowledge test again.
Is that just in Florida or is that across the board, though?
I think that's just in Florida. I took it like 3 times and I failed it all 3 times, bro, by like a question or two. And I'm like,
man, I know about that feeling, dog. I did that when I had to take when I got my license out here. I failed the written part by like a question.
Exactly how it is for me. And then you gotta retake it, and it's like $10. And I'm like, bruh, like I've been driving since I was 16. I'm about to hit 33 later on this month. And I'm like, bro, I'm still failing this test. Like, this is ridiculous.
Yo, I think that's always the craziest part about driving, because when it comes to get your license, because especially if you've been like, let's just keep it a buck. Most people been driving illegally, for lack of better words, without a license. If you haven't driven with a license, you're driving illegally. Most people have been driving illegally for years and know how to drive and know the signs that you need to follow and know how to do different things. But it's something about what's in that book, the basic particulars of in that book. And then, because when I had my test, so the book got me. And then when I was driving on the road, I was like, man, because the first time I messed up, that looked crazy. First time I messed up because the car was too close to the curb. So when I tried to turn to go out, we hit the curb. That nigga failed me instantly. I said, I was like, what the fuck is going on? That nigga failed me instantly. And then I was like, okay. So the next time, nigga, I was like, let me make sure I go out wide. I'm turning all this. And then we driving and we like in a school area. He was like, you can speed up. I was like, nah, nigga, I see this sign. You're not finna get me, fam. Because again, it's like if you're trying to pass this test from them, which also, I never understand this. This, again, I get it. There's a job and shit like that. But driving instructors in a car be acting like it's their license coming out of their pocket. And I know it's like, oh, I want to make sure you're a safe driver. Bro, nobody, damn near nobody is driving the same way after they get their license out of that.
Facts. I remember in the state, I know a girl that said she took it about 5 times. And she had to go somewhere where they pretty much passed everybody to take it. And she barely got it. And I don't know what's happening with her now, but she said she can't drive still. I didn't do it because part was I was lazy, and the pandemic happened, and that shut us shit down for 2 years.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't even.
So I think you should get a break though. I think you should get a break though because of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
like you should like I mean, no, what I'm saying is like you shouldn't have to take the test again because of the pandemic.
yeah. I asked them out that they were like, no, you were supposed to renew it last year. And I was like, whatever. But on top of that,
Oh
once
well, 2021 was open. Never mind. 2021 was open. Never mind.
I was looking at getting a car anyway, and I want to get a hybrid because you said the hybrids are good, and
Uh-huh.
that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to get a Rav4 hybrid because I do videography, of course, and I need something with a lot of space that I can like go back and forth and spend my gas because it's like a big ass. South Florida is huge. You got three big counties. You got Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach County, and I'm trying to go up and do work in all three counties, which is like
Nice.
a lot of work, bro. But I love it, man. My grandma's like, you can drive my car. Just you need to get you my insurance. I was like, child, please. Let me just get my let me just get my own car, man. And and plus credit's getting up there now. My credit went from poor to fair now, so I should at least have a decent car now.
Yeah, that's the thing. I've been working on my credit so much, and because like that's why I got these credit cards now. I'm paying them off regularly, and
Woo.
so like I pay dog. It's times where like if I got a small balance, like of course I'll pay it right off. But
Mm-hmm.
even days when it's not due, I'll drop 20. If I got it on my account, I'll be like, I'll drop 20, 25, 30, whatever. Cause like I want to get a car myself, but at the same time, it's like I need to make sure finances balance all the way. Like, yeah, I'll have a decent credit score and drop the bread, but it's like the bread I gotta drop, I'm a need.
Exactly, and that's what I'm so scared about too, because I've been like, because I know I'm gonna need the money, and it's like now, like it's so hard just taking out 2 racks just for a car, or even a rack, but all the extra shit you need for your car too. You're gonna have to pay down for a bunch of insurance. You're gonna have to get the tag fees and all that other stuff, and you end up looking
Mhm.
like you wasting about 4,000 right then and there, and that's before taking the car off the lot. So shit
Yep.
goes nuts. That's why
That's
I
the
said,
crazy part, bro. It's like you just said, it's before you even take the car off the lot, dog.
man, yeah, because like, and I had buy here, pay here, I had repos before, but that's why working on my credit so important. And bruh, believe me, that credit shit is serious. Like I don't even play about that no more. Like credit score went down last month. I had to get my Sherlock Holmes on to figure out what got it down, but I found out it was my loans coming back to bite me in the ass. So took care of my loan shit.
Man, I heard them joints like depending on what your student loans are. From what I was reading the article, I didn't fully read it in depth, and I should have.
Mhm.
Depending on what your student loans are, like that shit is supposed to they're supposed to be forgiving some loans.
Yeah, they said up to 10,000, and I'm trying to
Nigga,
figure
I
out
need y'all
where
to
it is.
forgive all this shit.
You was in school? What school did you go to?
The University of Phoenix online.
Hey,
Uh
Phoenix. That's where I was going to go before I went to Full Sail.
nigga, I am a Phoenix. Uh let me
That's
see.
cool though, because I know like they were saying it was up to 10,000 that they were going to forgive for you, but I went to Full Sail, and if anybody knows about Full Sail is an expensive ass film school.
Uh-huh.
And I appreciate like going to school there. It was easy for me. Everything was online. But bro, that's 60 racks for online schooling. And then you look at 60 racks. I went back for my masters too. And I didn't even finish it. And that's like another 20 racks for my masters. So like altogether it's like 90. For film degree that I don't even plan on using, honestly. I wanted to get my foot into like sports and production shit, which I'm in right now, which I'm happy for.
Man, I'm sitting here now, sitting here talking to you literally, looking at my credit score. And I'm like, what the fuck happened?
Oh
Like,
yeah. I
like,
monitor my shit, bro. I don't even play about it.
like I know the biggest thing on my credit score is my student loans. Like I
Man,
already know that. If I got rid of my student loans today, like if I had enough just to pay a major chunk down on my student loans, bro, I would fuck around and have damn near a 750 credit score.
bro, that shit's sparkling, man. My aunt got that. She played the system. She played the system her whole life. Like she paid for her nursing and doctor loans and all of that.
Mm.
And like she living good, bro. They go on like 3 vacations a year, and they go to like places that ain't cheap.
That's because when you start paying your loan, see, this is the thing I'm learning. When your credit gets better, your credit limit goes up, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you can pay to do shit on a credit card, and because as long as you paying it down, some people don't. Some people pay it off immediately. Some people pay it down. Some people save up to where they don't have to use a credit card, depending on what it is.
Yeah.
And it's just I'm older, and I'm just now really learning about how credit works. You know what
Oh,
I'm saying?
and that's something that's with us. That's us as a people. Like
Yeah,
black
yeah.
folks learning financial literacy is non-existent because you used to going check the check the check, go to
That and
school,
that's
get
yep. That's
a
it.
job. We don't know about credit cards. We don't know about taxation. We don't know about loans. All that shit. Like I had to learn about that like after college, and I'm still getting taking a brunt from what shit I did back when I was 18, like getting T-Mobile cell phones and shit.
But I think that's the thing. We're that's the thing. You just said it. We're not taught financial literacy, especially look to all the people watching. You most likely, if you are part of a white house, you grew up in a white household, you might not have been taught it the way you think it's like you would expect it, but you were somehow exposed to what financial literacy is, financial education, responsibility, and things like that. And yes, there are people who are part of families or whatever that will give them a credit card and they don't understand what they got to do with it because somebody else takes care of the bill. But we aren't privy to that unless we're in money already.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, check to check is a thing. Like there, don't get me wrong, there are a lot of communities, a lot of people, no matter the race, that are living check to check. That is a given. But
Yeah,
there, we are known for like, yo, we are penny pinching.
yeah. You gotta understand. They call us liquid money. Like other cultures call black folks liquid money because all of our money goes to other cultures. Like other cultures. Like
Mhm.
once we get that check, it goes right back to either in going to a corner store where that's owned by the Indian man or Arab dude, or going to the housing people where you get your loan from X bank that don't belong to you. All of our
Mhm.
money goes elsewhere but our own community, and like we don't know about that shit. Like we have opportunities of doing that. Like with what's up with Tulsa and them, but like money for our community is rare and in between. Like my grandma is happy with having an apartment. Like she don't know nothing about getting a house and working on like
Man, people look. Patrice O'Neal said it best. Like Patrice O'Neal talks about it in one of his specials. I talk about when you get older and you own something, like you really own. Like he asked this one dude because again, it's funny in the bit, but he asked this one dude in the crowd. He's like, "What you own?" Dude was like, "A car." He was like, "Nigga, that don't count." He's like, "Owning a car doesn't give you any value. Your
mm,
car actually depreciates, and your car drops in value the moment it leaves the lot." You know
facts.
what I'm saying? So when people own homes and boats and property and things like that that invest in and that it increases in value. And so people don't understand, like, yes, being a homeowner is a great thing to have, but it becomes, even though it's a responsibility, it becomes something that can develop wealth. If you get a home and it's kept up in the right neighborhood in the right condition, after X amount of time, after you probably didn't paid it off or whatever, you can sell that joint. Man, there's people out here now in LA that have bullshit homes,
So I
bullshit
seen that.
homes, but they are worth 1.5 million.
I seen that. My mom living in the 3 1.5, and it's worth 250. That same house that they live in will be probably 2 mil in LA on some bullshit. And I'm like, ugh, like I can't live in LA, bro. LA or New York. Like if I live in New York, I gotta live outside the city. I gotta go somewhere like fucking
Jersey. That's why
yeah.
everybody said people. The majority of people who live in New York, if you can like if you can afford to live in New York, you do. But it's a stretch because I don't know nobody that's living in New York that ain't working that got money coming in that don't have money coming in because it's the rent's dumb, right? It
Insane.
most people I know live in Jersey because it's like right there, like live in Newark, it's like right there. So it's not a far 10, 15, it's 15, 20 minutes over the bridge and you good and you right there in New York.
Facts. It's
Out
just so much
here,
being cheaper in LA. I gotta know about that
Bro,
whole
I'm
LA.
in the valley. I'm in the San Fernando Valley area, so it's like the suburb part, quote unquote. I'm in Van Nuys, and where I'm at, some of the rents are ridiculous. I will admit. Like my apartment, my studio that I got mine. Mine was gutted out, rehabbed, and everything. So I know what I'm paying for with my joint. You know what I'm saying? So I don't get like, oh man, I'm paying all this money for blah blah blah. I know what I'm paying for. I see some people's spots, they shit smaller than mine, and they paying more than me. And I'm like, nigga, no. Because
That's what I'm so scared about if I ever move out west. Like I
I
read
mean,
like
again, it's price of living no matter where. Like shit, people was going to a lot of people were going to Phoenix
yeah.
because Phoenix is cheap, but also you paying to live in 130-degree weather in the summer.
I don't know if I can do that. Well, it's different. It's a dry heat there. It's not like
Nigga, I
humid.
will dry open hand slap the shit out you. Let me tell you something. I hate that expression. People be like, oh, it's a dry heat though. It's still hot as shit. When people be like, it's a dry heat, it is still unbearably, uncomfortably hot. All that means is you burn quicker.
Oh,
Because with humidity, at least you sweat and your body is trying. You feel disgusting because you sweaty a lot, but your
mhm.
body's trying to cool down and keep you from burning. A dry heat, you're just sizzling.
I don't go great with that. We had a I attended my brother's wedding in northern Florida, southern Georgia, and it was
Mhm.
an outdoor wedding. And I asked him how hot it was. The guy said it was 110 and it was humid, like an 80% humidity.
No, nigga, that wedding got to go inside, or I just don't go.
It was outdoors, and I was one of the groomsmen. So
110 with 80% humidity.
it was
Fuck
big.
you, this bride, y'all families, your feelings. Nigga, no.
I did
No.
that, and I don't know how I survived it. And then
The
they
grace of God. That's how.
had like that Florida, that northern Florida, South Georgia. He is something different, man. Like
Because
South
that's from
Miami,
right off the Gulf of Mexico, though, right?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
that right off the Gulf.
And I don't know how I did it, but like it's different because I'm in South Florida, and we're like tropical. We're like where Brazil is, like where
Yeah.
Brazil got that tropical foresty type of climate, and that's what we got, but without the rainforest. But I still can't stand it. Like
Nigga.
surprisingly, shit got down to 53 degrees this morning, and my grandma was like, I ain't having it. I'm getting my big ass jacket for church.
Y'all between Floridians and native SoCal people.
We pussies.
I'm glad you said it. I'm glad you said it. Cause nigga, like it was been like 50 something degrees out here a couple nights, and I'll be seeing motherfuckers wrapped up in full winter coats and scarves. I'm like, y'all don't know. Matter of fact, it wasn't even 50. Let me even go past the 50 degrees because I can see some people saying 50 is cold. I give you that. I went to the gym 2 days ago. It was 67 degrees outside. I noticed because I had to double check my watch and my phone when it happened. I was leaving out the gym. There was a loose white chick walking in with her boyfriend. She had on a regular sweatshirt and some like leggings or whatever, and she was about to work out. She was like, "Oh my god, it's so cold, it's freezing." And I was like, "It's what?" And I looked, it was 67 degrees. I said, "I'll push this little bitch in traffic," like because I just don't like if people. I understand some people aren't built for certain weathers, quote unquote. But if you sitting there telling me that 67 degrees is cold, then you will never survive in the Midwest,
Oh yeah,
the East Coast in the winter. Like you'll never be able to visit those places because you'll think your life is about to end.
yeah. I did it in New York during like April, and it was spring, and it was like 50 degrees, 40 degrees, and I was like, "Bro, it's April. Why is it so cold right now?" I don't know how y'all doing in the shy because I'm just looking at it. Like even in Minnesota or Minneapolis, my homeboy's from there. He said it was like we got a high of 2 degrees. I'm like, nigga, what? Like,
Oh, bro, well, I've been there, bro. Let me tell you something. This was my decide. Look, born and raised in Chicago, born and raised. Everybody knows this. I will never not claim my city, right? The last year, we had 23 inches of snow fall overnight, or like within a couple of days, and we couldn't go nowhere. I said, all right, that's it. And I'd lived through 20 something inches of snow falling prior. I've been through it years. It was just the final time it happened. I said, I'm done. So then I knew when it was time for me to, because again, luckily all the chips had some would fall in line because you get career wise. I'd done everything stand up wise. I think I could have done. I felt I could have done there at the time. I probably could have done more, but I felt like for me I was good. Acting wise, I wanted just to do more and stuff like that. And it was like, all right, it's either going to be New York or LA. And then there was a couple things I took into consideration. One, the distance from my kids. Like, no matter where I moved, I was a distance from either child, no matter what. Even if I stayed in Chicago, because my son's in Indianapolis, my daughter's in Tacoma. So no matter no matter where I was, I'm a distance from one of my kids, regardless. That was one. Number two, weather. And I was like, yo, do I want to go to New York? Because New York is just like Chicago, except everybody's on top of each other.
Exactly. Can't do it.
I was like, I'm good. I was like, I'm good. I said, nah. But then LA popped up and it was like, I need to know what at least one winter is like without cold weather. I just need to know what one felt like because I needed to know. Because when I had visited here in January 2015 before I moved, and I will never forget, I rented a car and I remember it was in January, bro. Drove around, it was 92 degrees. I said, huh?
Yo, that's not even like that in Miami, honestly, bro. Our
Bro, I
winters
said,
are like 70 to 65. We'll have a week where it's cold, but that's about it. That shit in California is something ridiculous.
bro, 92. And I said, I took a picture and posted it on the book. I say, I don't know if I want to come back. I came out, I moved. Like, again, I understand that this is a desert climate. So in general, deserts get super cold at night. It's just the way desert climates are. But I was like, all I need is a jacket and a hoodie, and I'm good.
Right.
Whereas when it get cold in the winter in the shy, bro, I went and bought a whole new pea coat. I bought a whole pea coat, bro.
What
Because
about the boots too, or you got to
bro,
get size?
I wear Timberlands. I wear Timbs to wear Timbs, regardless. It's crazy because the way I dress in general, you would think I'm a New York nigga.
Yeah,
Because like I got on one of the fucking I got on one of the super I throw a hoodie on for so quick with some jeans and my Timbs and be out in the streets and people like, yo, where you from? I'm like, Chicago. They was like, I could have sworn you was a New York nigga. Nah, I'm not, but whatever.
Well, I would say Chicago now. All y'all Chicago like the little knuckleheads now are getting dreads like
All
this.
dreadhead niggas, boy. And let me tell you something. My son got locks. And when he was growing his out, I said, yo, can you at least take care of this shit? I was like, nigga, this shit look like you homeless. I was like, you got two parents that love you. And so, like, because he graduates in a couple months. And so I paid for him to go get his hair done. I said, hey, man, go get your hair. Because his mom was like, yo, he wants to get his hair done. I was like, okay, how much? I will send it now. I sent it. Like, go get your hair done.
Graduation, man. Like, you got to be fresh. I got to get my shit retwisted every 3 weeks, 3 weeks. But one thing is, I have to make sure, like, I wrap it up with, like, some silk. Like, right now, it's kind of nappy, but around my birthday time, I'm about to put some silk on it and be drippy.
Boy, this nigga's taking black woman hair tips. Yeah, I'm
Hey,
gonna put a silk bonnet on my head before I go to
but
bed.
I see why they got those bonnets, bro. I have a great sleep with the bonnet or the little do rag, possibly.
And somebody asked me a while ago, would I ever grow my hair back out? I said the only reason I don't want to grow my hair out is because I don't want to like I always thought about trying to do like some locks in a sense. The starter part is the worst part.
The worst. I hate it, dog.
Because
I
that's
hate
when
it.
you look like life is just bad. You look like
For real.
somebody hurt you and you don't know how to deal with it.
For real. It takes a good year before your locks are like normal looking. Like I'm especially for me in Miami, like the Jamaican locks, like straight one big lock with like three little extra lines, or you got the little you see Kodak Black, the little dreadhead shits where it's like sticking out like that, or like Island Boy shit. Like that's some Dade County shit. That they do.
I seen a video. I think it was on the gram. This woman, I guess she was a loctician, and dude had one of those matted ass locks where it's just a patch of hair. And like I guess he had started having it, and then after a while he just didn't care, and it was just like that looked like the inside of a couch cushion.
Yeah.
And so, like, she literally took scissors, she trimmed it, she cut it up, she had some chemicals she put in there to clean it out, to loosen it all up, and relock this nigga up fresh.
Oh, seen that shit. That shit is hard. He said he didn't have it. He didn't have his hair retwisted for like 2 years. Like that's.
So you know what I'm telling you. So you know the video I'm talking about.
She said you like three lotion, no, three shampoos, and like you gotta get a specialized shampoo for locks,
especially to untangle all that hair. You got to get all that hair to come apart. And again, you get your hair washed 3 different times.
No, it's just I just looked at that. I was like, boy, I gotta make sure I take care of my joints.
Because what that means is also that's a lot of that's dirt and everything. That's not just your hair. That's just dirt and stuff that you got to get out your hair that is in there. It's embedded on such a level that
just a quick side note. You know who did my hair first? Who like got my? Cause I remember I had the fro hawk, the big fro hawk.
Yeah,
I had a lock. You know who got my hair locked the first time? Oh, tatted up white chick.
Sounds about right. sounds about on the money.
And then she said her brother had it, but he had to cut it. And I was like, oh, white people with dreadlocks, that shit looks disgusting. And then my mom, after that, just because she has locks, she just locks my hair all the time. I get cuts in between. But tatted up white chick, like from like the hood that like actually did my hair. And that shit was something different. It was dope. But
I remember when I first started seeing white people with dreads.
This shit's disgusting.
I was like, you look terrible. I was like, you look like, okay, I now understand what they mean when they say bohemian. And
yeah,
you know, and then people like, well, white people have had dreads through history. And I was like, they still look terrible.
They look awful. I think you see
like even if you show me a Viking with dreads, he still looks terrible.
Right.
Like
you see the fucking blonde ones too. The shit looks.
Those are the ones I'm talking about. Ugh. Looks terrible.
Yeah, shit looks ugly, man.
It's abysmal.
And like they have like in like white Jamaicans and all of that. Like they do have it, but that shit's just fucking ugly. Hey, speaking of, turn up, birthday at the end of the month, man.
Boy, you know what you're doing yet?
Yeah, we got a whole week planned out. We going to the Heat Knicks game.
Okay.
Then we doing brunch the next day. We got a boat party later on. And the thing is, I'm trying to recruit women like I'm Nick Saban to go to this boat party. So I'm up in like, X club. And I'm like, yeah, I can take you on a boat. It's fun. I know you've been on boats before. I think if you're a female in Miami, I think 80% of the time, I think you've been on a boat. No matter how good you look or ugly or sloppy you look, you've been on the boat at some point in your life. So it's not a gift. It's not a gift that you can bring to a lot of these chicks in Miami because not to mention they've probably been on the boat. So
it's one of those it's like saying to someplace, oh, let me take you to this restaurant and everybody can go to their restaurant. It's nothing fancy about it.
Oh, well, how big is the yacht? No, it's a regular boat with 10 people.
Bitch, we got a paddle. Fuck is you talking? Bitch, we all together. Row.
It's gonna be dope, but I plan on being drunk. I haven't been drinking or doing it so much, so I'm just getting hyped up for it.
This is what I've learned. If you like, people be always like, "Yo, I'm not drinking in preparation for when I do," and this is something I had to realize that's actually not a good thing. Here's
Really?
why: because it takes way. If you did, so let's say you stop drinking just to let your body get clean. Like, stop drinking, you clear your body out, everything like that. But you're trying to do it just to prep. The problem is, it's going to take very little to get you fucked up.
Yeah, I
My
agree.
body chemistry has changed so much since 2018. So I used to drink like crazy. I During the height of my depression and shit like that. Like, because being a stand-up, you're at bars every night doing open mics and doing comedy and all this place. I was just drinking, and also wrestling, bro. After every show, just drinking, 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 and I was drinking whiskey and everything just nonstop. So after getting out the hospital in 2018, I stopped drinking as much. So what happened was, when I finally started, I stopped drinking for a while. I didn't drink for a while, even though I was in my old apartment, and it was warranted that I should have just drank. That's how bad it was. I was in my old apartment, and my old roommate was like the worst bitch in history, and like
Oh
I
yeah.
couldn't. Right. So, but I didn't. So what happened was, I went out one night and I started drinking. Bro, I was fucked up quickly. They were like, "How are you drunk already?" I said, "Because I don't drink like that no more. So now my body don't know how to act. So now,
That sounds just like me a couple days ago.
so that's why when I'm on blurs, if I take too many shots, nigga, it's a wrap. If I take two shots, because the thing is, like, when I do a drink in a club, like if I do a drink, I get a tequila soda, so it's cut, right? Like you cut cocaine, y'all. So like it's cut. It's, it's cut cocaine. And so it's cut. And so it'll hit you, but it don't hit you. But like
Yeah.
when you taking shots, you around this
It's
motherfucker
just
like,
yeah. I had a I went out on Friday to a strip club, of course, to recruit. And I had like Jackie and Cranberry, two of them, and I was wobbling leaving the club, even though like the chick I was with was pretty nice, but like, and I even drank like a month before that, so like I am kind of scared because like my brother-in-law and my other brother-in-law who's gonna be married, he actually with my sister, he's gonna propose to her on my birthday weekend, second year in the freaking row. And he was like, "Yeah, we're gonna give you like Bel Air, and we're gonna get you drunk as fuck. So prepare, my nigga." And I was like, "Ugh." And that Bel Air drink is, and actually Bel Air is a very appetizing champagne. I thought it was nasty, but it's really good. Like the blue one and the pink one,
so
those
it's
really,
just it's just the bottle of what it is. It makes everything. It's not really anything major.
yeah. Oh my
Because
god.
I've never drank Bel Air. I just like, I'm always that dude. I try my hardest to not go with the crowd, if you will.
It's the same. I
So,
pride myself on being different, so that's how I
bro,
am.
like I was drinking Casamigos before hip hop was talking about it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I was drinking Casamigos when was the last time I was in Salt Lake City? 3 years ago, like 2018, 2019. I was drinking Casamigos in Salt Lake City when
yeah,
Clooney first bought it. Nobody was talking about Casamigos then. When
yeah.
Clooney first grabbed it, I was drinking Casamigos. So, like, when hip hop started talking about we got Casamigos, and I was like, come on, fam. Come
They
on,
took
fam.
that 1942 also.
You niggas can go back to Patron. Go back to Patron. Have
Yeah,
fun with that. Let this be, right?
yeah,
Or get bougie and go act like you're doing something. Get Terramana. You can have that because that shit's terrible. I
yeah.
don't, dude. I used to drink Grey Goose. Like Goose would be my choice.
Oh man, Goose is my thing. Goose. Have you remember the Incredible Hulk? If you was around during the mid 2000s to
Let me tell
late
you something.
2000s,
Let me tell you something about Incredible Hulks.
you had the Incredible Hulk.
Let me tell you something about Incredible Hulks. I cherish myself too much. Nigga, I'm not mixing hypnotic and I'm not a Hennessy nigga. Hypnotic and Hennessy. Nigga,
Yeah,
there's a reason they say anything is possible, nigga.
I had the worst night of my life because of that, and it wasn't because of what I drank. It. I gave a girl that to drink, and she was the worst person I think I've ever met in my entire life.
Penny changed. There's something about Hennessy that now I will tell you this though. New Year's Eve, bro. We was at Winston's crib for the New Year's Eve party, and one of his homegirls, she came by. She had just been to Mexico. She gave because it was a New Year's Eve housewarming party. Brought by a bottle of Hennessy Pure White.
Oh, only in the
Now,
Caribbean, dog.
huh?
Only in the Caribbean. You can't get that anywhere in the States.
Yes, you can. You just got to pay. You just got to pay for it. It costs. So I was like, at first, again, it's Hennessy. I'm like, bro, I'm not finna do no Hennessy. And she was like, nah, trust me. She was like, this ain't Hennessy like you thought. I ain't never had nothing that smooth in my life.
No, dog. We went to Puerto Rico in 2017. We bought 3 bottles of them and brought them back to Florida. And
How much you pay for them?
We paid $35 for them.
Yeah, they cheap out there. That's what I'm saying. They cheap as shit where you get them. Bro, I ain't never had nothing that smooth in my life. I said,
Yep.
oh my God, what is this?
This shit was so fire.
She was like, yo, this is Hennessy Pure White. She was like, you don't get it. This pure white Hennessy. This ain't no, this that cognac where like we took shots, right? Because we was just doing it. Because at first I was just like, all right. She was like, but in general, this is your legit sip, enjoy cognac. This like a 25-year Macallan. You know what I'm saying? They're 20, and I don't do scotch. Scotch is I'm not a Scotch dude.
25-year Macallan. That's like one of those drinks that white folks will order at like one of those bougie restaurants. Like,
because it's about $40 a glass.
Yeah. I remember I worked at Texas de Brazil before, and somebody asked me for like a specialized wine in year, and I looked at them like, okay.
I got a homeboy. He's a member of the NFL alumni, and because he was in the league. And like he got a business back at the crib, and we would go out to like this one spot. It was the Chicago Athletic Club, and go to the rooftop bar. That nigga say, "Yo, let me get a glass of 25-year Macallan," and he would say it just smoothly, and was like, "Get that Macallan and just like drink." He's like, "Yo, you want one, nigga?" No, because I don't want to owe you. I don't want to owe you, nigga. Like, but again, it's like that's that. What's the word? What's the phrase I'm trying to use? That's that fuck, I can't remember the phrase. It slips my mind. It's that shows statement of stature when you're drinking 25-year Macallan, when you're drinking Hennessy White, when you're drinking what is it, like the 30-year John Valet or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Glenlivet, when you drink like 30-year
like the Remy Martin stuff, not like the super VSOP type drinks,
like the black label Johnny Walker, not the blue label, the black label. Like when you drinking that's this that's this stature, this class that you have because you say you can afford. Here's the deal: if I can afford it, I will drink it. But what you're not finna see is me at a dive bar talking about let me get a 25-year Macallan. Nigga, there's somebody's auntie who's probably gonna give me head in the bathroom. I don't need a 25-year Macallan for that. I can take this well bourbon and call it a day.
Yo, let me just get Maker's Mark.
Matter of fact, excuse me.
Wait, what is it? Is it my go-to? Maker's Mark, Parmesan, and no. Parmesan's the cheap. Yep, Jack and Maker's Mark. Yep.
My homeboy works for Makers. He works for Jim Beam.
Yeah.
And so he'll tell me if I come in town, because he gets a whole bunch of shit for sampling for work. So he'd be like, yo, I got this, woo. And I'm like, all right, I try not to drink dark liquor because of the sugar content. The sugar in it.
Way too sugary. That's why I can only do shots. I gotta get shots with on the rocks because it's way too sugary for me.
But also, and that's how you gain a lot of weight drinking just dark liquor. Like that's how you gain a lot of weight. So like again, I used to do Grey Goose. I was not for years. I was like, man, I'm not gonna do no motherfucking Tito's. I was like, everybody drinking Tito's, and they was like, nah, you don't get it. Tito's is smooth, it's gluten free. I said, first of all, that is not a turn on for Tito's telling me that it's gluten free. Like, what the fuck do you like? I understand. I try to be health conscious. Again, I got a salad in my refrigerator. I'm gonna finish eating and things like that. I'm about to go get me a turkey sausage melt. Not even a, you know what I'm saying? Not
Well,
a,
that's good because I started taking care of my health too. So like,
but I'm just saying,
yeah.
telling me that if there's a gluten-free vodka that kills the look, I understand why, but it kind of kills the appeal of why I want to get fucked up. Oh man, you know, for people that have celiac disease, they can still drink vodka. I don't need, bro. I'm good.
Yeah, I really want to care about the health effects of alcohol. I just want the alcohol to get me jacked up, or a little bit buzzed, or give me that liquid courage to want to talk to that bad Dominican chick. So we'll see how it is. Speaking of that Dominican chick I was with the other day, Dominican. I swear I almost spent all my whole tax money on her.
Hold on, time out. I'm listening to you, but also now since we've been talking about Hennessy Pure White, I'm looking at places where I can get Hennessy Pure White. Supposedly, and I don't trust this. There's a on eBay somebody selling a bottle, quote unquote, for $45.
eBay for 45.
That nigga is selling apple juice.
Oh, I was just gonna say too, Crown Royal too. Crown Royal is my go-to. I love the bag too for Crown Royal. We used to use that bag for like
Everybody to use the Crown Royal bag, bro. That's your that holds your pennies, your jewelry, your loose knickknacks, screws, everything. Niggas didn't care about the Crown Royal itself. We just needed the bag.
I held my Cuban Lincoln in when I used to wear it, and my grill back in college. So that's what I used to do with my Crown Royal bag. I used to clean it with the little sack too. So that was my joint.
This
But yeah,
nigga
I
got
wouldn't
me,
trust eBay, bro. I
nigga
I
got me
try
looking up alcohols. I hate it.
but I will never buy it from eBay, dog. I sold shoes on eBay and I got scammed, and I was like, I will never use eBay ever again. I'll use something else. I'll use OfferUp or something like that.
Yeah.
I would never use eBay.
Look, eBay used to, it's too much chance of anything going, something going wrong with it. You know, because let's say you bought it, yo, I bought this Hennessy and it was apple juice. Now I gotta fight and dispute it and try to get my money. Man, I'd rather if that be the case, if I gotta go through all of that, I'd rather just go ahead drop the 120 somewhere. But also, if I'm dropping $120 on some Hennessy White, the $120 ain't shit to me, number one, which God willing that becomes a thing. But B, I'm trying to impress some motherfucking body. Let me tell you
Oh,
something. If I got this is just me, y'all. This is just me. This is when we talking, y'all in the squad. Y'all know how I am. If I got Hennessy White in my studio apartment, I feel like I'm making bad decisions.
oh shit, that's facts. That
Nigga.
is facts.
I mean, let's just keep it a buck.
That's facts.
If I got a bottle of Hennessy White, that
Yeah,
if I now let me say this, if it's gifted to me, it's different.
but if you have it just on chill, like right there on your fridge, and it's, yeah,
For
you
me,
must.
if I bought it, if I went and bought a bottle of Hennessy White and I'm living in a studio, nigga, I'm going through depression, something bad, and y'all need to look out for me.
I'll be like, hey, Jay, no, we don't need this from you, bro. Relax. Give it to me. Pawn it.
Like,
Man, I
like,
do
yo,
it.
we love you. We hear you. We see you. Nigga.
Yeah, because I like because I can't do that. That's why I don't have nothing in my house. Even though I live with my grandmother, like I don't have any liquor in the house because of her. She used to be a crazy drunk and we pothead, but now she's like it's all about
Oh,
Jesus.
bro, I have a. That's the thing. That's how I know I've grown as a person and got my alcoholism and any drinking under control. I have a whole cart. On that cart right now is that bottle of Makers, the bottle of Jack, that big ass bottle of tequila y'all see with on Blurs, which is basically Don Julio, uh,
Julio,
a bottle of Bacardi, a bottle of Tito's, a bottle of
yeah,
Absolute, a bottle of Bailey's, almost empty bottle. I got to go buy another bottle of Jameson. I think that's what we're gonna do on Thursday for
James,
everything.
that's my joint too.
And then I got, bro, I'm gonna tell you where it really get bad. This is how I know that I'm just gonna let life go and let life be what it's gonna be. I have a bottle of Tanqueray on my cart.
Oh, you have
I was
Tanqueray
given,
too?
I was
Oh,
given that bottle of Tanqueray. I don't touch gin for Tanqueray, nigga.
have you had
No.
gin? I don't like gin at all. Gin is no,
It's like
no.
they say gin will make you sin.
I had gin when I was in college, It was Seagram's cranberry juice or
bro.
cranberry or something like
Secret,
that.
bro. For me, it was we did the regular. I'm finna man. You gonna you gonna look at me different when I tell you this, bro. We was drinking regular Seagrams in the brick bottle with 211 Steel Reserve,
Oh, and to the left. Oh, y'all had a death wish. Y'all
bro.
niggas on something wild.
Bro, I remember drinking that one night. We were
It's,
pre-gaming in a car, and we went to a party at the Union Hall out here. And I remember we were partying, niggas was drunk, we was feeling good, but I didn't realize I was shaking up nitroglycerin in my system. Nigga,
bad decisions.
bro, I was shaking up a goddamn Molotov cocktail in my intestines. Went to the bathroom. Thought it was just gonna be a little bit of throw up. I was the motherfucker. Nigga, I got down on my knees in a Union Hall bathroom and thrown.
Yeah, I had a situation like that off the Seagrams too, and that makes me that's Parmesan and Seagrams are things I would never ever touch in my life.
Parmesan, Parmesan is something I've always in my there's something about Parmesan that just never seemed right to me. I've never dealt with it.
What was the drink that the guy sitting on Southside too? He's like niggas can't drink Douce. We gotta drink the Vincent Evans. What was it called?
I don't know, man, but I don't fuck with it. Fuck with it. I don't fuck with no Parmesan. I don't fuck with no Parmesan. I didn't
Parmesan is the worst, bro. That's
nigga. People was kept trying to do what was it? Hennessy and Grand Marnier making French connections. I was like, nah, you can connect yourself with Reading Rainbow. But listen, I have got to get ready to get up out of here, bro.
before you get out of here. I wanted to talk to you about Buzz Down because I saw that the other day.
I haven't watched it,
fire.
And so here's the funny thing about this. So, all right, this is a squad. I can talk about it. I know all four of them niggas personally.
I was gonna say Chris Red's from Chicago. Is
Chris
it Langston from Chicago too?
Langston, I think Langston from the Burbs. Yeah, Langston from the Burbs. But no, I've known
Sam's
from Boston. Sam's from Boston and Jack from I met Jack. I've been them all. I've done shows and everything. That's not the thing. Nigga, I was just with some comics the other day. Niggas have had niggas who know them person. We've had like 5 auditions for different episodes. Niggas couldn't get on that show at all. I called one of them. I text one of them niggas like, yo, what's the deal, bro? You the EP. Let me get on, bro. Like, you know my resume. Like, I'm not just trying to, if I'm out here auditioning for your shit, nigga, I was like, I'm not gonna watch the shit.
I didn't even know that Langston was his real name. I thought his name was I knew him from Southside.
Oh no, I know that. So like I met Langston and because he had started doing, I didn't know. When I met Langston, this is before I started watching Insecure. I didn't know he had been on Insecure for a minute.
Yeah, I remember him on Insecure. Funny as shit.
It's funny, like I know a lot of it. It's crazy. I auditioned for an episode of Insecure and I didn't get it. And I remember the dude that got it is one of my homeboys. Do you remember the episode, The Party Lift?
Yeah.
Remember the big nigga that got in the back and started whooping on Nathan?
Yeah.
That's my boy Miles. I auditioned for that role. Miles got it. Miles got it. That's the homie Miles. And so, but I knew like a bunch of comics I know have been on it. Tahir, Ron G, my boy Chinadu was on episode 1 of the last season.
Ryan Davis. Ryan Davis was on
Ryan was on for a couple episodes. Amanda's a comic.
I used to be
Yvonne's a comic.
When I was in I was in college, I used to listen to Sirius, and he's like Amanda Diva, and I was like, oh man, she sounds great. I like her. And I was like, and then later on, I was like, oh, Samantha Seals, Amanda Diva, that's the same picture.
The MTV chick.
Yeah. All that
but
shit.
Yeah, I haven't watched Bust Down though. Like I don't know. Like I know some people that's on it. I haven't watched it again. There's this, and it sounds petty. I know it's just hard trying to watch something you auditioned for and you didn't get because you're just like you're gonna feel a certain way.
I would just never expect Lorne Michaels to executive produce that type of content.
Why not?
Because he's old and white. What do you expect the old white man to produce?
Have you seen what Saturday Night Live been putting out
recently? Hell yes, and I love it. They are black right now. Saturday.
So
right
So
now.
with that, with you saying that, why? Here's the thing. Yes, SNL right now is blackity black, and that's still with a network filter. It's with a filter.
They say titties on there right now.
Now, okay, take that same mentality and just put it to the streaming. Now you can do a whole lot more.
Oh yes. Yeah, cause I'm like, cause they had the, oh, Zoe was on it last night. Zoe said something. They said something about the Amazon thing where you go pick up something and
Nigga,
leave.
I watched that sketch and I was crying. Nigga, Punky had me crying. That's a damn trap. That's what it. Because it's the truth. I don't know no. Because that's the thing. People think it's a game. I don't know no black person that has used the Amazon Go store that has not been nervous.
I would be hella nervous.
I don't know no. Like every white person, everybody else is like, oh, you can just. It's gonna take. I don't know a black person ain't been like, yo, I'm getting this, putting this back. Nigga,
That shit had me dying, bro. I had to watch it
shit's
3 times.
real, nigga.
It was actually a really good episode too. Zoe did her thing too, so I'm happy for her.
All right, bro. Listen, before I get up out of here, tell the people how they can find you.
RJC Lifestyle on Twitter and Instagram. B-Day this month. Yeah, hopefully I might not put any of those stories up because people follow me on Instagram that like I work with. So nah, I'm just gonna be reckless and on 26. Make sure everything's good there. But I'm happy. I'm also happy for you getting that network job, that TV gig, and also Dog. Like I saw Dog. You're doing your thing, man. You gotta know.
Man, I appreciate it. It's the craziest thing about Dog is my scene. The scene was supposed to be longer. The scene was longer. I shot. Like they had me do a lot. Like I hem a nigga up in the cell. Like I get a nigga hemmed up, and then they had a police drag me out and everything after I hemmed this nigga up. And when we were shooting it, like the guys that was playing the cops, because they have like a former ex-cop trying to teach them how to restrain people. And I told him, I said, listen, for the camera, I'm gonna need y'all to act like you're grabbing me. I said, because if you don't, I'm going to throw you. I promise you. They thought I was bullshitting. One dude who was about like 2-3 inches taller than me, a little bit bigger, wasn't stronger than me, grabbed my arm and thought he was pulling. And I said, boom, and that nigga flew. He was like, yo.
Oh, I gotta see that shit.
And I was like, yo, but that's in the extended scene that I did. And then the nigga was like, oh, you were for real? I said, yeah, because if you don't make it look right, if I don't fight back and make it look right, it's gonna look stupid on camera. I said, so grab me. I'm going to struggle. I said, I'm telling y'all, if you give a light hold to me, also, even if you don't, if you hold strong, you better have a grip, nigga. Because if you don't, I am slinging niggas. Niggas thought I was playing. And I just was like, yeah. And so that happened. And then again, it was cool, you know, sitting there talking to Shannon the whole time. And
he seems like a very cool guy.
He's super cool. Super cool dude. Super cool dude. And then I'll tell you about the other joint. Look, y'all know how to find me. Twitter, Instagram, you know where it is. Blurs. Holla at y'all. Don't go nowhere. I'm out. Bye.